All right, beautiful people, welcome to the very first episode of That's My Time podcast. My name is Tolu Afilaka. Thank you so much for anticipating. Thank you so much for the hypes and the cheers. When I wanted to start this podcast, I didn't really know the guest I was going to bring on, but I always knew the first guest I was going to come to sit with me and talk. This guest is one of Nigeria's foremost compares and comedians. He is the person that gave me my first in everything, my first job as an MC, my first job as a comedian, my first pay as a comedian and MC. He is a first-class graduate from the University of Osun, political science, and also a master's degree holder. Ladies and gentlemen, with me on my couch today, oh my gosh, I'm shy, is my boss. Damola is my name. So I'm sorry for calling you by your first name.
You have put my magic in.
Yeah.
How you doing? Nice to see you.
Yes, thank you so much, sir.
Nice to be here today.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I want to ask you a question. Do you remember how we met?
I have, when you even saying I was the first to do this first, I'm surprised.
Yes,
because I can't remember.
I was a rejected student. So, and you accepted me. Okay, it was in 2017.
Okay.
Then I just finished watching one of your performances at Lagos Laugh. I think they gave you 2 minutes or 1 minute to perform.
Oh, okay.
So it was on YouTube. So you came on stage and you just did 2 jokes and the audience went mad. And he got a loud ovation. He said, Damola is my name, and you left. And immediately I just sent you a message on Instagram, and 30 minutes later you replied, hello, how are you? I said, I saw these people did less busy. So then when he sent me that day, when you replied me, and I said, sir, I want you to be my mentor, I want you to be DJ. Like, oh, okay. And I asked you, I said, sir, I'm looking for a stage name. I don't know the stage name to use. Should I use MC Tolu? You said MC Tolu is not bad. I said, but you're using your name, Damola. He was like, okay, Tolu Afilaka is not bad. And that's how I started using that name. Tolu Afilaka. Yes, sir. And do you remember the first job you gave me?
I think so. I can't remember. I don't know if that was the first.
Yes, but sir, you had not met me that time, and you gave me that job. You just told me I should go. You just called me. Told me, are you around? Okay, I'm going to send this man's number. Go for this job. So I was wondering, now, so you didn't give people jobs like that time? A stranger.
Well, I think what happened was that I had checked you out.
Okay.
A lot of people reach out to me.
Yes, sir.
And with every sense of humility, I feel very honored.
Okay.
But then immediately you reach out to me, I try to check you out. I don't want to use the word profile, but I try to check out who you are, the kind of person you are, and the kind of personality that you carry.
Yes.
And that informs the character around our conversation. So I remember, I can't remember the particular event, but I remember I called you to go and do it.
Yes, sir. Was that Ejigbo? Yes, Ejigbo.
I just felt you would deliver.
Okay.
Because I had checked what you have done. What you had done.
Was at the secondary school? Yes.
Oh,
Ejigbo.
I think I remember.
Yes.
1 December or so.
Yes.
So I knew that,
I didn't even have a bank at that time.
I knew you.
Do you know how old I was?
I did not even have an idea of what your age was.
I think I should say it. So I was 19. So at that time, I didn't have a bank account. I think I was in 200 level.
When I actually started off to at about 19.
About 19. So I didn't have a bank.
I did not feel you were too young to do it, and I just felt you would deliver, and I just sent you.
Okay, so
and
yeah, you went very well, and you had fun. So
I'm surprised that that was the first.
That was the first.
I'm trying that for the first time.
So why? You want to apologize?
No, I'm not apologizing.
Okay.
I'm not surprised.
I didn't have a bank account then, so my mom was the one that. So I told him, like, who is this person? I said this. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, how much? Like, it's very funny. And then I used that bank for them to transfer the money to me. So the alert came into my mom's account.
Okay.
And I knew how much my allowance was then in school.
Okay.
So when she saw it, she was like, Tolu, did you need? The transfer. I said, I said, okay, this is good time. So I actually went to go and buy clothes first. I prepared for the event, and it actually went very well. And I put myself in such a position that I didn't let them know that this guy is actually very young. Because, of course, many of the students in their school, maybe I'm more than 2 years older than them. But I actually did it. It was actually a very good event. And
I think the most important thing about this job is courage.
Yes.
The way you
present yourself,
the way you carry yourself, the way you sound. And if you sound very juvenile, it may affect a few things. But if you sound like you know what you're doing and you're very confident, it helps.
Yes. Okay, so talking about juvenile, my courage didn't help me at the second event you sent me to. Yes, you sent me to an event in Lekki Coliseum. We are not met at that time too. Yes.
I was so confident.
I would never forget. You're confident to be like Lekki Coliseum. It was a school party. You're having a reunion.
Oh.
So I was there. You had an event in Ikeja. I said I should.
Oh, I came to join you.
Yes, and 2 days before that time, I had watched a video where Basket Mouth and Tejubi Face were saying that Alibaba sent him to an event at Ilorin for Bukola Saraki. So as they got there, they said that they are the MC Alibaba sent us, and they arrested them. So it now looked as if I was in that moment.
Now the problem, I think it was the uniqueness and peculiarity of that particular event.
Yes.
Because reunions, no matter how good you are as a master of ceremonies, it's always sometimes very difficult because it's called a reunion. People that have not seen themselves in years, people that have not, caught up in decades, eventually see themselves. There's always this noise and unrest in the hall. Everyone might have been settled that you're having a good time, and suddenly one notorious person in their set will just walk in and come in late, and everywhere will scatter again. But why? And everything goes. So it's maybe possibly because of the peculiarity of that particular kind of event. But I remember I came in, and then
I'm getting to the point. So after I heard that, it was as if I was in that stream. I said, "Will they arrest me?" So I was not trying to get close to the stage, talk to the DJ that I'm the one here. I'm just about to start the event, and then Damola is coming. Before I knew anything, I would mention his name, Bajumo of Lagos. He just came. Why are you? Grab the microphone from me. It's Damola we paid. We gave him his, we will not give him his balance. Come. I said, sir, and that was when, sir, the carriage that I brought, I wanted to use the voice like the one I used at the school. Oh, yes, sir, no problem. The voice that came, sir, I don't know where he is. And I said, he said he's coming. And I called you and I said, sir, the collector my phone for me just told me, stay there. That was what you said.
Yes.
I was like, oh God, please. And then a few minutes later, okay, so Bajumo of Lagos now allowed me to start. So I started and I did everything. I just saw you walking with your blue suit. You were preparing to get married at that time. You came with somebody, 2 people. You just walked in with your blue suit and you just did like this. Come. And I came. I was like, God, thank you. I was not saying anything. And you just grabbed the microphone, just started cracking jokes. Because we were angry at you at first. You started cracking jokes. You all started scratching. We're ready, bye-bye. You're just having fun. And I was like, is it that easy? So, so that was my own point. I was always wondering that, why were you so confident in just sending me out to event, even without meeting? That was our first time we met.
As I said, I don't know where that confidence came from, but basically I checked you out.
Okay.
There are a lot of people that have reached out to me, but the conversation ended there because I just checked them out, and I just felt if I'm led, I can just tell the person there are certain things that I don't feel like I'm comfortable with that you can adjust and fix. But then if I'm not led, just end there. But then I just felt you deliver. I saw that you had started 1 or 2 things in your school. You're younger than now. So I just had that confidence.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. So that period, like I said, because I'm following a timeline, you were preparing to get married, and I've seen transition. How it was then and how you were now. What would you say marriage did for you as let's combining marriage and fatherhood?
Marriage.
Yes.
Marriage. Marriage made me, what should I say, calm down?
You're rough, yeah.
No, I wasn't. But then, there's a way marriage, it's hard to explain, in all honesty.
Yes.
It's better explained as a participant. You understand? I was not able to explain it too. Okay. But then somehow it gave me a sense of responsibility, gave me a sense of maturity. One sudden maturity, one higher level of maturity just comes upon you, and you just feel you fit into a particular strata of society, irrespective of your age. So somehow marriage does that for you. And so I think fatherhood now even made it thicker. When you know that you have the fruit of your womb, that you are responsible to, and that you have to cater for. Somehow it just informs the way you think. It shapes the way you approach life, and it also shapes the way you relate to people. Yes, and the way people relate with you too.
Are you more conscious about how you spend?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Yes, to a very large extent, sense of responsibility of how do I spend money. But before I got married, I was also a very
prudent
spender. I was not a loud spender. I was not I did not buy irrelevant things. I bought things that I needed.
Like clothes.
when necessary. It is just now that it has gotten better.
My generation spends a lot of money on data.
On data?
Yes.
Now, data was not a thing that time, like that. It wasn't really a thing. You know, it is now that data is becoming a thing and everybody spends a lot on data now. You used to spend a lot on recharge cards then to call and all those kind of things. But now you spend a lot on data because you have more social media platforms that, you explore. But basically, not necessarily about spending because I've always been a prudent spender. But then now the scope of spending might have increased because of the fact that you have to cater for people. But then too, people were billing us that time. Just post one picture on Facebook. Baba Afa, how you dey? You look good. I beg, show me love. And then I was also into a lot of charity stuff.
Okay.
I had an initiative. Initiative where I used to give out a lot of stuff. Personally sponsored.
Yes.
And all those type of things. So I've somehow grown into it. So it doesn't change anything like that.
So being a prudent spender, that means you are someone that plans and manages yourself.
Yeah. I learned a lot from Sako. Okay. Beyond being a master of ceremonies, I also learned a lot from the fact that you don't spend everything you have. Save. Have a designated account that you save money into. Have something, just save.
Okay.
So I don't believe it. I make all the money now, another one will come tomorrow. Yes, another one will come tomorrow, but then save at least a particular percentage. That's where discipline comes in. So as a master of ceremonies, beyond the whole razzmatazz of making money and all, you have to learn the discipline attached to money, the discipline of money.
Yes.
You have to be disciplined with it. You're making money off YouTube, you're making money everywhere. Still trying to be sensible.
Okay.
In your
dealings.
In your dealing, you're making money from events. Be sensible with your dealing.
Okay. How was it like planning for marriage? Because it's one of the anxieties I have.
Okay.
I always feel like I need to have everything figured out to prepare for marriage. I need to have a roof because the standard is higher, sir. You understand? And a lot of people are well read now. A lot of ladies are well read now. A lot of ladies expect more. A lot of ladies have seen things in movies. So they don't expect anything less. So and I don't know if I should say it was easier for you guys then than it is for us now.
No.
So how do I plan for marriage in a time like this?
Now, what aspect of marriage are you talking about? Is it the choice of a spouse or the choice of how to plan for the ceremony?
Making my wife comfortable.
Making your wife comfortable. First, and I will be very honest with you, money is a very strong requirement. Money is a lot of requirement. Is the major requirement. How do you make money first? How do you spend it? How do you save it? How do you invest it? Those are the things that people really need to learn. You have to identify your source of income. Put a lot of energy into that source of income to be sure that it is a sustainable source of income.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have savings. Make sure that you also have a wife that has sense. What do I mean? There are a lot of men that don't have sense.
True.
Also, likewise, women, especially when it comes to money. Have a woman I need to be careful with the way I coin this word. Somebody that is enterprising in her mind, that is entrepreneurial, even though she does a 9 to 5. Somebody that thinks of how you can multiply your income, how she can multiply her own income. Somebody that has a mindset of seeing your money as our money, but our money that has to be prudently utilized. You understand?
Yes.
Sees our own money as a support system for you. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because it's a very big flex where your wife can afford a lot of things conveniently by herself.
That's before even getting married.
It may be inside marriage.
Okay.
Let me use myself as an example. When I got married to my wife, she just got a job with Ernst & Young.
I remember.
It wasn't as if she had money like that, but she had the salary that she was earning.
Yeah.
But then, in her mind, she knew that she wanted more for herself. By the way, she did very well in school.
Yeah, I remember.
She also had the first class. So it wasn't as if she did not have a choice of other job opportunities, but she knew what she wanted. And so she pursued it. And that's a fashion business. That's a fashion brand, Prudence by Esther. Yeah. She's doing very well for herself. I'm proud of the fact that she built the business from zero. As in, it did not exist.
I remember, yes.
It did not exist. Today, she has a staff strength of almost 20 people.
Wow.
You understand? Now she pays. Most of the time, she doesn't even need to tell me that she wants to buy something. She gets it, no matter, and tells me eventually, and I still pay for it to do, but at least she can actually afford it.
Yes.
It's a flex on my own part. Yeah. You understand? We go to the supermarket. I forgot my ATM. Don't worry, I have mine.
Oh,
you understand?
Yes.
That is very motivating. It may not happen before marriage, but as you continue with your lives, make sure you marry somebody that is not parasitic in nature, but somebody that is symbiotic, somebody that
that's a word. Yes,
that believes in mutual development and not just taking and extracting from them.
Okay, so
and you see all those signs. You see all those signs when you are dating somebody that has, and it's not. Marry somebody that is a giver. It will help you. You understand?
Yes.
Yes. So when you have a giver, somebody that is willing to support, somebody that is willing to encourage, no matter how much you have, you understand? And somebody that will still remain humble in the midst of abundance.
Yes.
I think those are the most important things.
All right. So you spoke about your wife earlier, and you've given me so many interesting stories. You were the lecturer in the University of Washington. They retained you after your first class degree as one of the graduate assistants. Was it graduate? You actually?
Yeah, I was a graduate assistant at
that time.
At Rizom.
Yes, and your wife also schooled at University of Washington. You said she was one of your students.
She wasn't my student.
Okay.
She was a student of the school, but she wasn't my student.
Yeah.
I never taught her.
Okay.
I never taught her class.
Okay.
You know, she was in a totally different department.
So how did you meet?
We just met at she used to greet me on the corridor, like every other student would greet me as I'm walking. Come on, sir. How are you?
This your wife?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Hey, sir.
Okay.
Good morning. Hi, what's up? How you doing? So she used to greet me. I used to see her, you know. And then I noticed that more when she attended a program that I organized in school.
Okay, your show.
It wasn't a show, it was a talk program. Okay. It was called the Damola Initiative, where I was trying to encourage students to combine their academics with their talents and all those kind of stuff.
Yeah, you said you used to give money out.
I used to give out money, bags, books, and all those type of things. So she attended, and she was there throughout.
Wow.
But then, I maintained a kind of personality in school where I did not see anybody. I tried not to see anybody because of lack of a better word, discipline's sake. You understand? I was very careful. So, as careful as I was still trying to be very careful. So after the program, so she came to my office with some of her friends, I think, I can't remember. And then she just told me, I enjoyed your program, can I have your card? And I gave it to her. But then she just sat down with her friends, who I think were my friends too. Or I can't remember. And then we just started talking. And my wife, if you know my wife well, she has a good sense of.
She's very funny. Jesus.
So she was talking. I was laughing. I found that quite interesting.
Very funny.
I was still not. The marriage was not anywhere in the picture. You know, marriage would have been outrageous.
Were you being careful in school because it was school?
Yeah. Well,
that has to be the reason.
Generally, but I was more careful because it was school.
Because I felt like you were old enough to get married. So why not?
When I met her, I was 27, 28.
Yeah.
So, but then I was not ready for marriage. So I was, I didn't even have it in mind that she was going to be my friend. So we're just talking and laughing and, you know, moving on with conversations. And I found that very interesting to have a conversation with. And as I speak with you, we have 2 children.
Wow. Okay, well, there's one that she said she used to call you Mr. Damola.
I think so. Oh no! She just used to say go on.
Well,
maybe she had first.
So I think it was the period when you started. Did she graduate first before you started?
Oh yes, she totally. I think she finished 7th before we started dating. I think so.
Okay,
we're just friends. I think she was at the verge of completing her NYSC when we started dating. I can't remember. But I know that 6 months after dating, I proposed and I got married almost immediately after that.
Okay, but you have told me one gist that you just told her, you just asked her randomly one day, what if I say you should marry me? And she was like, okay.
Yes, I just said, okay, why not?
Just like that. You can't do with this our generation.
No. That was not how I proposed.
So what if I say you should marry me?
Necessarily. So that's not how I proposed.
No, yeah.
I also randomly asked her, Alpha, what if I choose to marry you? Why not?
She said, why not?
Okay. So I lost that. Okay. And then we started dating. And the dating metamorphosed into what we call consider metamorphosis. It evolved into proposal.
Yes.
And proposal, I also got married.
You got married, yes. I was at your wedding and I saw, it was a great time. And but I felt like, because you had been at so many events, but you were on top of your seat. You were not relaxed. I told you, I think it was last year. You just kept looking around, like what's going on.
I think it's because I'm an events person.
Yes.
So I really wanted everything to be perfect. So I was looking left and right to be sure that there was no flaw.
I was like, your wife was just relaxed.
She was not really concerned about all those things. I was concerned about, are people comfortable? Are people sitting down? Are they okay? Maybe because I'm an events person.
Yes.
Yeah. All the family events that we have had after my marriage, I'm always like that, just to be sure that everything is fine. I'm always checking to be sure that every detail is catered for. There's no gap in between. So basically, it was not my fault. I didn't even know I was sitting on the edge of my seat, but I knew that my eyes were going
right. I was watching you from where I was.
Right, just to be sure that everything was perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
Then the cost of marrying now, I think you asked me much earlier.
Yeah. What does it cost now to get married? A proper traditional and white wedding.
My brother, now.
Yes, sir.
I wish you.
Because I want to get married by 27.
2027.
Yes.
I promise you by that time, the cost of everything the cost of getting married and the scope of getting married would have increased.
Okay.
During my own time. And also, most importantly, it is how you choose to cut your cloth.
Yes.
That will determine how it will size you. You understand? There are some people that have anchored a wedding in this Lagos that there were only 20 people inside the hall. Everybody got married and they were happy. Like there was no problem.
20 people in the hall?
Yes. There was no problem. Everybody had a good time. I cracked jokes. I did everything that they can do in a wedding. And everybody was happy. Everybody ate within the size of their stomach. And they went.
Okay.
It depends on you. The same way somebody is going to get married in a small hall. It's the same way somebody get married in a 5,000 capacity hall. That they won't have to build the event center. They have to create the marquee. It's your choice. But the cost of getting married now is quite expensive.
Okay.
Because of the cost of things. And because of the fact that things are already getting broader.
Okay, can you go to rough estimate? Let's say if I want to just give us the amount. If I want to have a high society wedding, traditional and white wedding.
You want to have a high society?
Yes, I want to get married by 27. I don't want to waste time.
By 27 or 2027?
2027.
That's in about 3 years.
Yes.
Just
give me the estimate now so I can put it in prayer.
Well, by that time you might have increased. Yeah. But now, an average all that is good and big for a society wedding that is befitting.
Yes.
Maybe you see 4 million or 3.5, 4. I don't know. I may be wrong. And it can be more. Or 6 million. Let's put it, okay, you want to do a very large wedding.
Yes.
Let's say 6 million.
Okay.
In an average event center, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Food. They sell per plate. Per plate of food now, maybe it's about 6,000, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Multiply that by 1,000 people.
That's 6 million.
Only. And that is
minus 4 million already.
That's minus small chops. Minus grills. Minus gari and fish.
Okay.
Minus ice cream.
Okay.
And other desserts.
So just round it up to like maybe 8.
What? 8 million.
Plus the gari and the dessert.
Okay, yes, okay, let's say 8.
So 8 million plus 6 million. That's 14 million.
It can be more. I'm just saying a rough estimate.
Yeah, the rough estimate.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Then drinks. People drink half water, then ask for another one because that half water would have lost its coldness.
Yes.
Then soft drinks.
Okay.
And if you have all the people that drink spirits, I wish you well. Maybe everything can be about 7
million for drinks.
Thereabout is possible. I may be wrong, but it's possible. Look at those chests. Look at those.
That's minus cooling it though.
I may be wrong, but I'm just doing an estimate.
Yeah, definitely.
Based on
Yeah.
what I imagine or assume.
So 14 plus 7 is 21 already. Okay, 21 million.
Then live band, depending on the type you get, you can get one for 2 million. MC, you can get one between 800 and 1 million.
Okay, that's 3 million.
For an average MC, for not average, at least for a good MC, you should be able to get 1 million, 1.5. Some collect 2 from you.
So, sir, 122 million now.
Can collect 2 million.
Okay.
Between 500 and 2 million.
Okay.
You should be able to get a good MC. Okay. Maybe it can be more. Note that I'm saying it can be more.
Of course. It's an estimate, it's not the...
DJ, I don't know how much they collect. It's going to be 800 to 1 million.
Okay. So 125 million already.
Hype man for the after party is another cost. Then the decoration is another thing.
Okay.
Which can run into almost 10 million.
Sir, we are 25. So from there, I just jump into 10.
You see all those 5 hall, you think it is 2.5 or 6.5?
It shouldn't be more than maybe 400k now.
For what?
Decorating. No, be
just charger plate,
ribbon, putting all those pins.
No ribbon. You need to go and check Instagram. You can get like 10 million or
10
more.
million.
Yeah.
So
those beautifully decorated halls, those halls that you enter,
35
your
million.
body will tell you
Yes.
that your body will tell you that you are somewhere. Do you understand?
35 million.
Then we have not talked about bouncers, ushers,
and all those people.
Now I mentioned high society wedding.
Yes.
What I mentioned may just be the baseline. It could be more.
What if I'm doing traditional and white?
Now I wish you success. God Almighty. Because it's almost the same thing.
So that brings me to the question: how do I plan for that?
Then you have not talked about planning. No.
Event planner.
You understand? You have to pay for their services, and you need one. You can't do it yourself. I promise you that you need a planner in your life. Because those are people that will take the stress off you.
Okay.
You can't say my auntie will handle it or my uncle or somebody in my family or our community in my church. These people are experienced. They understand what it is.
Okay.
They understand all the twists and corners of events. So you need an event planner. So all these things eventually, by the time you do your budgeting, discover that your body, soul, and spirit will tell you that you need to work towards it. But then, as much as we have that, you don't have to make noise. You can have something very small. Now everything you spend maybe about 10 million or 5 million or 7 million, and everybody is happy. I've not talked about the clothes. The clothes of the bride. Just one gown alone is a lot of money. Sometimes, not to talk of the other clothes that they wear, because there is cut clothes. Then after cut clothes, there is robe. I'm talking of the women.
Yes.
There's robe
that they wear before
the wedding.
Yes.
Then there's trad. Then there is white. Then there is after party clothes. So those are like 6 clothes. Each of them is very expensive.
I think I'll do what Worry Pekin did. The wedding, I'll do the one I can do.
Just do whatever you can do. Respect yourself.
Yes.
And maybe I should grow up in life and you want to make
it exactly.
You
make myself happy.
But the most important thing is who you are marrying.
Yes.
And the home that you want to build.
Yes.
When you have built the home that you want to build, then everybody is happy. But every cost that I mentioned is just an estimate.
Of course. So, sir, why did you go back for a master's?
One, I've always known that I was going to have a master's degree.
Okay.
2, I knew that I was going to toe the academic line a bit. 3, what is bad in having a master's degree after your first degree? So
it was more like you just wanted to. Because you felt like after your master's degree, you started getting very busy.
Yes, even during my master's degree, I got quite busy with events, and after my master's was more so.
Yeah. Well, how were you able to balance comedy and education? It's something that a lot of people in my generation cannot.
I think I learned that when I was an undergraduate.
Okay.
I learned that as an undergraduate, because when I was a student, 100 level, I was always cracking jokes, and I was always, every Friday I had a show.
In school?
Yes, somewhere somebody is having a birthday, or one department is doing something, or one college is doing something. So they were calling me from everywhere. They would call me from OAU to come and do comedy, or to come and anchor their events. We go to UI, go to other campuses of my university. So I was quite busy. But every night I made sure I studied. So despite all that, I still had the first class that we're talking about. But then I had learned how to balance it. So when I got out of the university and I was working and schooling, I was a bit used to it. Yes, the scope was a bit more. But then I could navigate that terrain.
Wow.
And God has been helping me.
Okay. So I've noticed a pattern in industry, and I think it was a particular night where we had, like, you sat me down in the parlor while you were talking to me about, I think if I was to title it, I'll title it, it's beyond being funny. Yeah, so we had that conversation at length, and I actually noticed the pattern in the industry.
Yes.
And what you said that they actually aligns with it. What does that statement actually mean? Like when you say beyond, because a lot of my guys believe that they're funny now. Why I know they get jobs? Why I know they carry me around, Baba? Why I know they do this? But that night you answered those questions to me. But I would like it, for the sake of my listeners, and a lot of comedians are actually watching too, for them to understand what that means.
Now, funniness is a gifting from God, and just one aspect of being a comedian or master of ceremonies. You can be very funny, but as I will always say, it is not enough. There are so many other things that one needs to incorporate into that funniness to make it a complex whole.
Yes.
For example, character. If you are funny, but you are rude with your funniness, you may work in certain types of gadgets, you may not work in all. How do you relate with your clients? How do you relate with the people that you work with? How do you relate with people that the events that you go to? When you get there late, are you humble about it? When you get there early, how do you relate with people? How do you do your jokes? What are they centered around? How do you dress? How do you present yourself? Yes, we have different brands and styles of comedy.
Yes.
But the most important thing is character. What character do you project? There are a lot of very funny people, very, very funny people, that, for the lack of a better word, are not as busy as some people that people term as not funny. But they are busy. There's something that they are doing right.
Yes.
What is that thing? Maybe the way they dress, maybe the way they are prompt to their event, maybe the way they relate with clients, maybe the way they handle the job. So those things wow the clients more. Then you are now funny. It's an icing on the cake.
Wow.
You understand?
I get it, yes.
This guy is well spoken. He dresses well. He's respectful when he addresses people. He knows the right choice of words and the necessary transitions per item in the event. Yes. And he's now funny. You see that he's now funny. Is the topic. But this guy is funny. But as funny as he is, he's rude. Or does not know how to, or he comes late. Or he does not know how to transit from one item to the other. He does not even know how to properly address people. For example, you are in the gathering, you want to invite the chairman of an event. Hey, chairman, come. You come for chairman.
You don't do already.
Oh, yeah, Oga, how are you? Oh, yeah, no, say everybody.
Maybe snap.
It's not bad. It's an approach to it.
Yeah.
But some people may not find it funny.
Yes.
You understand?
Very true.
But after you have invited the chairman properly with the right choice of words, then after the chairman is done, you now listen to a beautiful joke. I think they will respect you more.
It's very true.
You understand?
Yes, I've seen you do that a lot.
I think so.
They will, of course.
If you check out some comedians that people term as, this one is not funny, this one is not funny. Listen to the way they speak. Listen to how they make people feel very important. Listen to the way they get watch the way they get prompt to their event. Watch the way they relate with people during the course of the event. When somebody calls them, please, MC, come, and they are like, waiting happen. And yes, ma'am, they are two different things. So funniness is very important. But beyond funniness, the other little aspects of the job
are very important.
Are very, very important.
I've seen some when we went for an event together where somebody even randomly comes to me to ask you for the toilet, and you were very even polite to ask, because in my mind I'm like, this is not your job, or it's not. You have no.
Imagine that person coming to me and I ask you, "What
concern me?"
Business.
You know, you don't
rather just say, "Oh wow, I'm sorry, it's somewhere around there." You can actually ask the ushers that consider it. You see all those small things, they mean a lot. There was a man that called me some days ago at an event that I was. After I finished cracking jokes for a while, the man called me to a corner and started saying that there's a better way you can do this joke. I posted the video, but I muted the audio.
I know.
I posted the video, I muted the audio. Myself and the man were talking.
Yes.
The truth is that what he was saying, it was funny, but I had to make him feel good. So I had to intensify my laughter.
Wow, that's wisdom.
Just for him to feel good and for him to feel
that you're getting what he's saying.
I'm getting what he's saying.
Yes.
That's what he was saying was funny, but I had to make him feel good. Because to him, he left his seat, called me out.
And he's a big man.
And he's not a small person.
A small boy.
And then he was like, you can do this joke better in this way. And let me tell you a practical example of how I want to relate.
So he was
actually telling me.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, okay. Yes. And then as I was saying, I was bowing. As I was talking, I was bowing. As I was talking, I was bowing. And we're smiling about it. And then he left to his seat. He said, you're very good. But at distance. I feel I want to tell you that you cannot even say on the stage.
Wow.
He said the vulgar joke. He said, but I know you will not say that.
So he knows.
I laughed. But then we moved on. I enjoy jokes. I enjoy any type of jokes. So far, they are funny. You understand? But which audience are you addressing? Which people are you telling those type of jokes to?
Yes.
If you find yourself in a comedy club, what are you saying? That joke in the comedy club may not fit into a corporate event.
Yes, sir.
So you need to balance it. You need to learn. I love all comedians. Trust me. My favorites of comedians are almost the ones that you will not even imagine are my favorite comedians. But they are my favorite. I enjoy listening to them because their points of views are very funny to me.
Yes.
Or their points of view are very funny to me. You understand? And I enjoy them. Basically the way they speak.
Yeah.
But then, do your jokes fit into every environment? Learn to itemize them. Know the one that fits into here, here. That's where mentoring comes in. You understand? There was a particular, when I just graduated from the university, I was just generally funny. I had jokes, plenty of them, but there were some that were very ras. There were some that were very unmarketable.
You told me
there were some, you understand? But then, Sako had to teach me, Damola, this type of jokes don't fit into this space. This type of jokes fit into this one.
He said he warned you that you should not crack on particular.
There's only they warned me
never to do it again. All right, so sir, you mentioned Sako earlier, and I'm aware that Sako is your mentor. And he didn't just mentor, he mentored many others like SLK, D1, Forever, and I've seen what Sako has done and how their lives have changed through him. But what was that one thing that's mentioned? Do you have any other mentor?
No.
Yeah, but I know that you have mentioned that you really admire Fashola.
Now, we have role models, we have mentors. There's a difference between the two. A role model is somebody that you admire from afar for specific purposes.
Okay.
A mentor is somebody that has a personal relationship with you.
Yes.
I don't have a personal relationship with Fashola, but I appreciate his style of administration. When he was governor of Lagos State, I really loved the way he handled Lagos State. That's what made him a role model. I have a number of role models for specific purposes. But just one mentor, that's Sako. And Sako taught me the monetary and non-monetary aspects of this career.
Yes, sir.
He taught me the monetary aspect and the non-financial or monetary aspect, which involves a whole lot of things. It has been a relationship that we have built over the years, and I still learn from him till date. It's an intentional relationship and interaction. He has gotten a number of things right as a person, and I really admire
him for
that and the way he has approached them. And he has helped me to grow. He has nurtured me in this path, and I acknowledge him all the time, and I appreciate him for that.
Okay. What's that one thing that you want my generation to know while in the quest of navigating their way through the industry? What's that advice or that thing you want to let us know or share with us?
Well, I think we should be open to learning.
Do you think every comedian should go after mentorship, or every creative?
That is not the only path. You don't have to be mentored by anybody, but to help. Mentorship is a distance shrinking approach to life.
Yes.
What you will do by yourself, mentor will just make a statement and you get it done. What you may achieve in 3 years, by mentorship you can achieve it in 1 week. You understand? Or 1 month, or 1 year. Mentors help you. They hold your hand, and it helps. It makes your growth faster. But then that's not the only route. So I have no advice. If your spirit does not resonate with somebody, or you don't vibe with somebody, it's not compulsory.
Yes.
The most important thing is to identify role models, listen to them, watch them. They don't need to know you. You don't have to have a relationship with them.
True.
Pilot that area of your life that you admire that they have around your life, and make sure that you watch them closely and you're guided by all that. You understand? Humility is a very important thing. You understand?
Yes.
You don't know it all. So I advise that you are humble, you are open to learning, and you learn the craft. Be open to learning the craft in itself. The craft of doing jokes, the craft of anchoring event. Enjoy, understand the art of your business. Because funniness, as I will always say, is not enough.
True.
Build character, learn interpersonal relationships, build bridges among different generations of people in your career.
Yeah.
So that you can tap from the experience of the past and also navigate the energy of the present, so that the future is easy to explore.
All right. So I think we're gradually coming to the end of this podcast. And you studied political science. You're a first-class degree holder, bachelor's degree, and your master's. And this country, what's currently changing now in the country is the current rise and fall of the dollar rates. Naira crashing, and a lot of people are just giving comments. Save your money in dollars. Then do this. Sell Bitcoin now. Sell this now. Oh, this is somebody's fault. This is the president's fault. This is this. But I always like to approach things from a point of using knowledge, you understand? So what are the reasons why the Naira is crashing, the dollar is going up, business is difficult in this time? Why is it affecting things as little as carbonated drink? Yeah.
Now, the from my own point of view,
yes,
we are consuming more than we are producing. And most of the things that we are consuming are dependent on dollars. In short, our economy is more dollar-driven than Naira-driven.
We spend more dollar than Naira in this.
More, Naira does not really determine anything about our economy. For example, you want to buy a toothpick, dollar has risen because everything is imported. You understand?
Yes.
It depends.
Even sachet water.
They will link it to the fact that the nylon that they're using to produce the water is imported. A lot of us are lying.
Yes.
A lot of us are lying. But the truth is that we are consuming more than we are producing.
True. Okay.
And to that extent, there's going to be imbalance in the forex market or in the forex realities. Aside that, people are hoarding dollars.
I hear that a lot. How is that possible?
When you have it, you keep it. You don't put it in the bank or you don't use them. You just keep them for speculative purposes, hoping that it is going to rise. So a lot of people are hoarding dollars. Then there's a lot of corruption in the system. You understand?
Yes, sir.
And as a result, people will just leverage on the fact that dollar is rising and the cost of everything is skyrocketing.
So yes.
So what can be done is for Nigeria to produce more than we are consuming, encourage consumption of locally made commodities so that Naira can be strengthened. You understand? discourage hoarding of dollars for speculative purposes. Because that's what some people are doing. They hoard it so that when it rises, they sell, make more money. And, and it's a problem to our economy.
Yes, very true.
Because you don't even know the amount of dollar in circulation in the first place. You understand? And then the policies from the central bank can also help. If you notice, it has been some jump starts, try to come up with some policies to rejig the forex market so that dollar can fall, so that dollar can come down. There's also a lot to be done from the central bank, which is the major regulator of these things, so that hoarding is discouraged. There is a unified price, and those that use dollar for business, you understand, that are not necessarily to the benefit of the general public, but for personal interest, are curtailed. You discover that gradually Naira is strengthened, and then we should try to cut down on buying everything imported. Let's encourage local industries. Innocent. Let's encourage innocent to produce cars that we can drive as Nigerians.
I don't think even our airlines, we don't have Nigerian airlines yet.
We don't have a national carrier.
Yeah.
All those type of things. Let's produce more and utilize what we are producing and export what we are producing. By then, Naira will gain value. People will see Naira as a currency to behold and to cherish. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So that and then those that are keeping for speculation should be discouraged.
So does dollar affect me as comedians at MC? Because everybody's lying now. So for
it
us,
affects you because
transportation.
Apart from cost of transportation, that you're a comedian does not mean that they are going to reduce the price of anything.
Yes.
If you go to the market, you will pay the same thing every other person is paying. So you have to somehow.
But
you have to increase your price so as to meet up with the current realities.
But it now looks as if everybody is going up.
True.
That means somebody has to sacrifice themselves.
Unfortunately, everything is going up.
Yes.
So when the cost of living reduces naturally, people are going to bring down their prices naturally. But unfortunately, in this part of the world, when things go up, nobody thinks of the need to come down. So I think as Nigerian people, we should be good people. We should be kind. You understand? We should be kind-hearted. Now, dollar has fallen to an extent. Some people will still inflate their prices.
Of course.
Instead of them to reduce it, they say, I've not finished selling the stock that I bought. But it's a lie. Some of them are finished selling.
Of course.
So let's be reasonable. But there's a lot that government can do, or that government must do, to fix the economy.
All right.
And God will help us in Jesus' name.
Yeah, so we're at the last phase of the show, but I always like to know, who are your top 5 comedians?
This one is hard though.
Top 5.
Top 5. Now, funny enough, I like every comedian because of the different flavor that we bring into the space. It's in Nigeria that you enter a comedy show and you have like different genres of comedy.
Yes.
Different flavors.
Yes.
What an Apollo will sound like now really make you laugh. It's totally different from what D1 will sound like.
Yes.
Then you listen to SLK and your mind is stimulated. And then after SLK, Kenny Black brings music.
Mr. Paul will come and
say rubbish. And then you laugh. Then Forever comes up with, we have the Nigerian comedy space is loaded with different flavors.
Talent.
Different flavors. But now to pick 5, it's hard. Well, in no particular order. I like Short Family. Short Family, Imiakbore, of Fajemwe, Narise of Fajemwe. That's Short
Family still.
Yes. I like Short Family. I like Bovie. I like his line. I like his thought pattern. I like Forever. I like Forever. Apart from the fact that it's funny.
Forever thinks that about you too. He always says that he thinks that you're funnier than him. He says that.
I find him very funny.
Yes.
Forever. I like The Stalker actually.
The Stalker.
Yes, I do.
It's at you.
I do. I like The Stalker. I like I like the way he thinks. Sometimes he doesn't finish his jokes because somebody may distract him during the flow. But you see, wherever he stopped,
he'll pick up from there.
I like it.
Okay.
Wherever I starts from to wherever he stops, I find it very funny. I like the stalker. And
last person.
Who do I like again?
Who you slaughtering?
Even among the young comedians, the younger ones, I like. Who do I put to?
Where would you put?
Sincerely, it's too difficult for me, but I think I like. Yeah, you're funny too. Tolu.
Thank you, sir. Oh, so I'm shy from my boss. So I entered top 5. Okay, so thank you, sir. I want you to actually mention the OGs.
OGs?
Yeah, some people you grew up watching, or maybe let's say the Alibaba class.
Okay, I should mention my top 5.
Just the top 3.
The top 3?
Yes.
All of them are top 3. But my top 3, I think I like...
Because you won't put Alibaba in that group. Of course. For everybody, the same is he puts Alibaba far away.
So there are certain people that are not in here.
They are not, yes.
Because I like them for specific things. I like Alibaba's sense of humor. I like Bingadi Inka's choice of words.
It's good.
Oh my God.
It's good.
Bingadi Inka's choice of words. Then I like Teju. I like TA. See all those people, they are in one place.
In the mountain.
They are... all of them like that. I don't know how I want to incorporate basket because I love basket mouth. I love Bovi. You understand?
Yes.
I also like acapella.
Acapella too. Yeah, so he was part of people that performed at your last show.
Yeah, he was supposed to perform.
He was not there.
I like acapella. So boxing me into 3 is hard. Just let me know. Just say that. I like all of them.
All right, so give us 2 truths and a lie.
Okay, I'm a comedian. I'm married.
No. Then I mean, two truths that will be difficult because people actually put in the comment section the ones that they know that are truths and the ones they know that is a lie.
Truth that... Okay. Two truths and one lie.
Yes.
One of my favorite food is gari. I went to Federal Government College Ikembo. And I live at Banana Island.
Banana Island. Okay.
So if you go out to the truth, but
okay. All right. So this is the point in the show where I give you your flowers. So
okay.
So where is it? Where's that flowers there? Because this episode was short of Palm Sunday. In case you're listening, this is my to be when I'm finally accepting it. Anyways, so like when I wanted to start comedy, actually who was the first person you saw when you wanted to start comedy? Or people you saw growing up?
The people I saw growing up were the normal people everybody saw.
Alue, Papasue.
No, those ones were not even my standard of comedy.
Yeah.
No, those ones were not my understanding of stand-up comedy, no. They were just funny on TV.
Okay.
Right? And I did not really want to be like any... I did not imagine... I did not see them as...
Yeah.
But the comedians I grew up watching, Basket, you know, Ali Baba, I watched him. I watched Julius Agu.
Okay.
I watched...
Do you have any epiphany for anybody? I'm like, this is what I want to do.
I just knew that I had a good sense of humor. I knew I was funny. And I was not sure if I was going to be a full-blown comedian or master of ceremonies. I did not know.
Yes, that reminds me. I wanted to ask, sir, you don't write anything. You don't write jokes. So I know I've been with you for the longest. And sometimes you can just be at an event and be like, Tolu, remind me of some of my jokes. And I'll just start calling them. I'll just start saying them.
I don't write because I don't know how to write. I don't know. I just have headlines for each of them.
Because for me, I have to sit down, write, stand in front of me or rehearse it.
No, I think of a joke. I think of a topic.
Yes.
I digest it. I come up with funny things about that topic.
Okay.
I say them to myself. I find them funny. Then I run them by my friends.
Okay, your friends.
My junior colleagues, my colleagues, my senior colleagues, a few of them, just to hear what they have to say about it. If they find it funny, it's a funny joke. You understand? When I was lecturing, I test it among my students. I won't tell them I'm testing the joke, but I'll just say it. And then if it's funny,
yes,
then I just write the headline down somewhere. So I remember it. There are so many of them like that. And there are so many that are still in the works. So many. Some have started saying them, some have not fully said them, some, so there are a number of them like that. That's how it is.
Okay, so back to the flowers. So the first time my own epiphany came in, I saw Holy Malam. So I saw Holy Malam performing at the 5,000 capacity auditorium, Living Faith Church. And so they were doing a 30th anniversary, and I saw Bishop Edipo most one of his chair. The auditorium was vibrating. That's why some comedians talk about Trevor Noah doing 20K. I think we have people in Nigeria that have done this thing. And Holy Malam was performing, and the hall was erupting. There was even an overflow. And I heard that voice. I was very young. I think I was probably 11, 12 or so. And I heard the voice tell me, you can do this. But I tried to see if he could mentor me. At that time, I found out that he had left to America. I tried to talk to Sako. Sako was busy, very busy at that time. And a lot of people were under him. I think you were under him at that time.
I'm still under him.
You are still there. And then I now looked. I said, okay, this is my line. If Holy Malam mentored Sako, who is Sako mentoring that is doing well? And I just chose to align under you. And you graciously accepted me. And honestly, like, my life has been progressing. Like, my parents are at peace because I know you, and they've always threatened me many times. Toba share address with Damola. They always say that, and I just want to say a big thank you to you. Because of you, I have stood at platforms. Because of you, I've met personalities that I shouldn't meet ordinarily. Because of you, people that I shouldn't speak to ordinarily, I speak to them. People that I know I shouldn't be on this platform, but because of you, they trust you so much for me to be on that platform. And I just want to say a very big thank you to you, sir. And I really pray that your career takes you to more continents, more strides, and you'll have. And also, when you're 50, I told you, we're going to all come on stage. I also want to say thank you for what you do for all of us, from Danny Boy to Moses and everybody. Yeah, we have a plan. But you will know when you are 50.
When I'm 50?
Yes. When you are 50. And,
I'm still far from 40.
I know.
Okay.
So, I said I was going to end with some of my favorite of your jokes. So the first joke I ever saw you crack, that's why it's my favorite joke, is this joke. Because your jokes are always very clean. And you start very serious. So it was at Lagos Labs. You said, somebody stepped on me. You know the joke? Somebody stepped on me. I walked up to him and said, brother, say sorry and go. He's like, hello, warrior. He walk in, tell your moleni. I said, brother, don't look at me because I wear a nice suit and a tie and a shirt. Doesn't mean I'm normal. The guy said, hello, warrior, malu and be by. Then I said, let me show my inner self. I said, brother, ever try me, but logo low. He said, someone Baba just surfaced from nowhere with 5 ileke around his heart and 0 at his eyes. He said, Omo mi wa. He said, yes, sir. Mo gbogbo logo lowo. He said, yes, sir. Ogun wo loni? He said, Daddy, vitamin C, mi sir. That's one. Then you have this joke again that is between birthday and birthday. I don't really know the birthday part, but I know the birthday part. You said that joke at Lagos Labs too. He said, so I think you should say it. I don't know what to best, but I'll say the ending.
Okay, so I always say that there's a difference between birthday and birthday.
Yes.
In a birthday, or in a birthday, everybody's normal.
Yes.
You wear normal clothes, everybody's happy, you drink, sing, everybody's fine. But in a birthday, don't know if you're between boys and girls, because everybody's on Golomapa.
Yes.
In a pala pound, their head, you can calculate the
circumference.
Everybody will now wear gown.
Then the
speaking English. If we're looking at you, then the celebrants look different. If you wear yellow shirt, red trousers, talking, look like
tetracycline. So I went to word, and then I was speaking English. I said, hello, children. They were looking. Are you happy? They were looking. Hello, children. Are you happy? So one auntie just came from back. Boda, I just saw you, ba. I said, to, she know you do. All of them say hi. That's it. The whole erupted. I was like, Echo Hotel. I was like, this is a good joke. When I finished that, watching that stuff, I had to text you. I said, no. Because it was amazing to me that I could see someone use English to deliver a joke. I've never seen it before. I thought I had to do the worry, and my mommy hates it. Yeah, so like you gave me the blueprint. You helped me to see that there's a possibility in this, and I just want to say thank you so much, sir. And that's why you're my first guest on That's My Time. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys had an amazing time today. And you guys bring insights, wisdom. We spoke about politics, we spoke about marriage, we spoke about the comedy career, we spoke about life in general. And I just want to say a big thank you to my boss, my mentor, my uncle. Damola is my name. Ladies and gentlemen, till next time. My name is Tolu Afilaka, and that's my time.